To be or not to be, that is the question.
No, cut. This is not how you do Hamlet. Disgraceful. This is how you really do Hamlet. Dramatic irony to be, or dramatic irony not to be? That is the question. Hello everybody, I hope everyone is having a fantastic evening. Today, we'll be critically analyzing Mr. Shakespeare's most effective use of dramatic irony in Hamlet. First and foremost, what is dramatic irony? Dramatic irony is a literary device defined as the audience knowing something that some characters do not. Dramatic irony in Shakespeare's Hamlet is crucial to the story because it allows the audience to get an insight into what the character is thinking or feeling, and it further enhances character development. Without dramatic irony, there would be no suspense. The audience would be less intrigued because the characters would know just as much as them, ultimately taking away from William Shakespeare's overall purpose in Hamlet. Moreover, based on our knowledge about dramatic irony, what is the best representation of it in the play? The most prominent example of dramatic irony in the play has to be Act 1, Scene 5. The scene is about Hamlet's encounter with his father's ghost, and his father tells him how his death was not an accident like the people of Denmark believe. The ghost informs Hamlet that he was not bitten by a snake, but poisoned by his brother Claudius, and Hamlet must avenge his death.
It is given out that sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle!
Hamlet does not disclose this information to anyone, as only Hamlet, Horatio, and Marsilius and the audience know what the ghost said to him, demonstrating dramatic irony. In addition, Hamlet informs his friends about his revenge plans, as he will perform an anti-disposition, and they must not tell anyone the actual reason behind his madness. This is another example of dramatic irony because in the following scene, characters like Gertrude, Polonius, and Claudius all attempt to theorize the real reason for Hamlet's madness. For example, Polonius believes Hamlet is madly in love with Ophelia, and this becomes sort of a running theme in Hamlet that no one is certain on why Hamlet acts in such a manner. Only the audience and Hamlet's friends know the real reason behind his anti-disposition. Act 1, Scene 5 is the scene of all scenes because not only does it set the plot for the entire play, but Shakespeare brilliantly uses dramatic irony to create rhetorical appeal, aka pathos, so the audience feels sympathetic for Hamlet and his father. The audience will feel sympathy for Hamlet and the ghost because firstly, as Hamlet reveals in his soliloquy, he is distraught over his mother marrying his father's murderer, Claudius, and Hamlet must now commit treason to avenge his father. And further down the play, we start to feel even more sympathetic for Hamlet because this task burdens him, which causes him to have suicidal thoughts, as seen in Act 3, Scene 1, in his famous to be or not to be speech. Secondly, the audience feels sympathetic for the ghost because he must suffer in purgatory for his sins which he did not get a chance to repent. Furthermore, Shakespeare's Hamlet would be nothing without Act 1, Scene 5, because it develops Hamlet's eagerness for vengeance against his uncle throughout the play, which leads to even more destructive repercussions of its own. For example, the death of Polonius. Through the purposeful use of dramatic irony and rhetorical appeal, Shakespeare argues why the audience should feel sympathetic for Hamlet and his father. Excellently represented in Act 1, Scene 5. Thank you for having me. I'll see you guys next time.